Good morning. It's time to call to order the April 27th, 2017 meeting of the Oklahoma City Airport Trust. We have a quorum. The first item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the March 23rd, 2017 Oklahoma City Airport Trust. We have a motion and a second. Any comments? Please cast your votes. And is approved. Director's report.
No report this morning, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Comments concerning the trust budget.
Thank you. This morning we're asking you to receive the airport trust budget for next fiscal year 2018, and we are setting the May trust date for the presentation and final approval of that budget. Just to give you a brief overview, next year's budget is projected to be $89,592,000. That's a little over $27 million decrease from this year's budget. And that's mainly due to the reduction in capital projects that we have planned for next year. The revenues are projected to be increased about $3.3 million. Expenses expected to increase a little over $2.2 million. So the story is basically a flat budget for next year is projected. And we'll give you more details at the May Trust. We ask you to receive the budget.
Okay, you've heard the request to receive the budget. We have a motion? Second. Any questions or comments? Please cast your votes. And it is received. Will Rogers Road Airport.
Item A is to accept the completed project for the Logistics Support Facility and Headquarters Switchgear Replacement Project with Shaver & Son Incorporated. This is at the Mike Maroney Aeronautical Center campus. Item B is to accept the completed project for our Irrigation and Controls Project with Grooms Irrigation Company. C is to approve change order number 3 for the construction contract with Wind Construction Company. This is for our terminal expansion enabling works package project. We're adding $17,507.60 in 5 calendar days. We're also asking you to approve change order 4, adding 36 calendar days. And finally, amendment number 2, adding $8,625 in 6 calendar days. Item D is approved change order 2 to the contract with United Mechanical Incorporated. This is for the project at Mike Maroney Aeronautical Center for several buildings to have mechanical systems replaced. We're adding $62,153.64. Item E is to award the construction contract for the demolition of a building at 5700 South Portland Avenue with K&M Dirt Services, LLC, doing business as K&M Wrecking, for $178,863, approving contract and bonds. F is to concur with the Consultant Review Committee, authorizing negotiation of a contract with Robeson and Associates Architects. This is to accomplish some tunnel repairs on the Mike Maroney Aeronautical Center campus. Item G is adopt the resolution authorizing the asbestos abatement also at 5700 South Portland Avenue, utilizing a city contract with GMR and Associates for an estimated amount of $50,000. H is adopt the resolution authorizing the purchase and installation of terminal seating support straps replacements from Arconis Corporation. This is an estimated amount of $21,114. I is approving the service agreement with Everbridge Incorporated for $8,163. J is approving the request for bids for plastic sleeves for our electronic toilet seats in the terminal building and authorizing advertisement for bids to be open on May 23rd. And last, for Will Rogers, item K is to approve change order 1 to the contract with Meridian Contracting for our Garage A repairs project. We're adding $32,225.13 in 14 calendar days. Request your approval for the slate.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the items under Will Rogers. What is the trustees' desires? We have a motion?
Second.
A second. Any comments or questions? Please cast your votes. And it is approved. Wiley Post and Clarence E. Page Airport.
Item A is that Wiley Post Airport is to approve amendment number 1 to the contract with Libra Electric Company for various airfield infrastructure repairs and improvements, and we're adding $20,227.30. At Clarence E. Page Airport and Wiley Post Airport, we're asking approval for item B to approve 4 different easements with Oklahoma Gas and Electric Company. This is to install electric transmission and distribution facilities to facilitate development for airport occupants and tenants and to other airport facilities. Last is to approve item C, which is adopting a joint resolution between the Airport Trust and the City of Oklahoma City. This is to submit grant applications for our anticipated Federal Aviation Administration Airport Improvement Program projects. For Wiley Post Airport, we're anticipating updating the airport master plan and the airport layout plan, and for Clarence E. Page Airport, a project to replace the automated weather observation system. This item also designates the official representatives for administration of the grant, subject to ratification by the Trust and the City. Those are the items under General Aviation.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the items under General Aviation. Trustee desires? We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Next item on the agenda, General.
Under General, we just have our reports, so requesting approval to receive the delinquent accounts receivable report, construction project report, and the budget to actual.
You've heard the items under General. We have a motion.
Second.
And a second. Any comments or questions? Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Lease and other agreements.
Item A is to approve the assignment and assumption agreement for the lease of Block 6, Lot Number 2, as a hangar site for the storage of privately owned aircraft from Ronald Doro to James Johnson, effective May 16th at Clarence E. Page Airport. Item B is to approve supplement number 1 to the service agreement with Upward Transitions. This is a one-year renewal commencing July 1st for $68,253 at Will Rogers World Airport. Item C is approving the lease agreement with TTCB Ltd. Company. This is for the lease of a 16-unit T-hangar facility and associated pavement. This is for their use to store privately owned aircraft. This is a 5-year agreement commencing May the 1st at Clarence E. Page Airport. Item D is approve the annual financial work plan with the United States Department of Agriculture. This is with the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Services. This $158,733 pays for the 2 wildlife biologists we have to manage our wildlife program at all 3 airports. Item E is to accept the assumption and use guarantee for the sale of a T-hangar unit, number 410, in accordance with our agreement with PWA Incorporated at Wiley Post Airport. F is to consent to the transfer of ownership in the Service Center Incorporated, doing business as Balair Aviation, from the Service Center Acquisition LLC to AGC Integrated Defense Holdings LLC, and this is related to the lease operations agreement we have with Balair. There will be no change in the operations at the FBO. This is at Wiley Post Airport. And last, item G is to approve various ground services agreements with several companies that provide ground transportation at Will Rogers World Airport. That completes leases and agreements.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the items under lease and other agreements. What is the desire of the trustees? We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Next is item 9, adopt a resolution dated April 27th and to ratify the action of the director, and to adopt the resolution dated April 27th authorizing payment.
Request approval.
We have a request to approve.
Move the item.
We have a motion to move it and a second. Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Next on our agenda, comments from trustees. Seeing none, comments from staff. Again, seeing none. Any citizens wishing to be heard? And not seeing any citizens, we are adjourned.